The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. That is a quote by Stephen Covey, and we are in a series called Words of Wisdom, bringing you motivation, insight from leaders who have gone before us and can make a difference for our lives. Today, my name is Tally. I'm a life and personal development coach, and I work with leaders to create lives of overflowing impact in the world that are centered in a place of joy, getting you aligned to who you most truly are, getting you firing on all cylinders, looking at every area of life, and creating a life that you love living. And today we're talking about this quote. The key is to prioritize, not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. And the only way that we do that is by getting real clarity about what it is we really want. What are our priorities? If we don't know what those are, it's really hard to create a life that is aligned with it. I was reading a book this morning. It's called The Untethered Soul. Highly recommend it. Really, really good. And in the chapter that I was reading, it was all about looking at life like from the end of your life. This idea of we are all going to die. And rather than resisting that thought, really embracing that thought, really looking at if we lived life truly, like it wasn't just this endless experience, but if we knew that we were going to die in a year, how would it actually change the way that we live? And why not live like that now? Why not live like we're not going to live forever? We don't know when our last breath will be. And if we really experience life from that place, if we really look at, maybe we only have a year left, what would it change in our lives in a day-to-day basis, in a moment-to-moment basis? How much more would you really just take in the beauty of nature, the connection, the laughter of those around you, the things that are there for us to enjoy every single day that we just miss as we're breezing through life, not really living from this place of intentionality, not really living from this place of deeply enjoying the moments. So how often do we actually reflect from that place? How often do we take the time to really step back and look at the bigger picture of our life, to look at all of the important areas of our life and really get clear about what matters to us? And is our life reflecting what we really prioritize, what we really care about, what we really want to be intentional with? So when was the last time you slowed down to really think about it, to create a life that is aligned with that? Here's another quote by Charles Buxton. You will never find time for anything. If you want time, you must make it. And I was reflecting in the last couple days, and especially reminded again this morning about it as I was listening to that book. Time is our most precious resource. It's the thing that is unrenewable. It's not scalable. There is no getting outside of however much time you have left on this planet. Like when you think about the hourglass, and the sand going through, there is some amount of time that you have left on this planet to live. And whatever that is, how do you want to be using it? So, and we all have the same. That's the other beautiful thing is, it's like if I gave you $2,400 and I was like, here, this is yours to spend. You get to spend it on whatever you want. And I did that for, 5 people around me. I gave all of them $2,400. They would all spend it differently. And our time is like that. We get to spend our time however we choose to, in reflection to what it is we most prioritize. And if we really stop to think about what we most prioritize, it might change the way that we spend our time. Like a lot of the time, it's the tyranny of the urgent. It's the reacting to whatever it is that's in front of us. There are a lot of things that we do because we think we have to, but if we really stop and we really look at what matters most to me, we might actually spend our time differently, more intentionally. And so I have created a workshop. It's coming up, and we have 2 days left to get registered at the special end of year pricing that we have. I've created a workshop. It's basically a spin of the Vision Board Retreat that I do every year. I take 20 leaders away, and we go to a cabin, and we do this work of taking the time to really reflect, to look at what matters to us, to look at, is my life in alignment with that, and what needs to shift in order to create this life that I really want to be living, that is in alignment with the values that I have, with the priorities that really are truest to me, and to create what it is I really want in the future. So I do that every year. This year, because of COVID, it's looking a little different, and we decided to still do it because it's so significant. And I had people reaching out to me that come on that every year, like, are we still doing something? What's going to happen? And so I decided to create a one-day intensive online version of my vision board retreat, and it's called Vision Clarity Workshop. It's going to be a one-day event on January 10th. That's a Sunday, and it'll be most of the day on Sunday, walking you through these steps to really reflect, to get clear on, what it is that you've taken from 2020. So we'll do a year in review. We'll do my vision clarity assessment, which is basically like a pie graph where you look at every important area of your life and you get really clear about where am I today in each one of these areas. Like, what is my satisfaction level today in every important area? You look at it, you get some clarity around where you are right now. That's almost like the starting location on a GPS. So we do that, and then we have a whole visioning exercise. And basically, you walk away with a word of the year. You walk away with a vision board that has something for every single area of your life that you want to embody this year and be intentional with. And then you're setting yourself up for creating a year that is more intentional, more clear, more really in alignment with what it is that you care about, with what it is you want to prioritize, with how you want to spend your time. And when you are the one that is dictating that and not letting life dictate to you, it's an incredibly different experience. So I invite you to that. Again, there's 2 days left for $100 off and a buy one, get one 50% off. So that is a special I'm extending to you guys through January 1st. I think in the comments, we've already got a link that popped up. So you can check that out. Check out the details, see what you're going to get. You're going to get a welcome kit. You're going to get to be online with some other incredible leaders, really being intentional, reflecting, and creating a life that you love living. So jump into that. Would love to have you January 10th. Blessings, and we'll be back again tomorrow with more words of wisdom. And finish.